So I am late to the party, but I have finally watched the first episode of Game of Wool, which is the new Channel 4 knitting craft competition. And I have thoughts. This is probably going to end up being a multi-part series because I have a lot of opinions. But anyway, I'm going to start with the things that I liked, and this will include spoilers. So straight off the bat, I love the contestants. I think they picked a really good range of people, different knitting abilities, different backgrounds. I think they've really managed to capture the diversity of knitting, while also every single person there feels relatable as someone who's been knitting for quite a long time now, as someone who's not hugely dissimilar from people I have met in yarn shops, at yarn fairs, at knitting circles. And I think that's really great that they managed to be both very representative and very diverse. I love them all equally. I'm sure as time goes on I will develop a favourite, but right now they're all great. I hope they all do well. And I also really like, from a television perspective, that in the first episode there wasn't anyone that I looked at and went, oh, you're just gonna win this. Which sometimes in these competitions you see the first episode and you're like, well, it's like the season that they introduced Asma on The Sewing Bee as a surgeon who sews her own bras, and I was like, well, obviously she's gonna win, and she did. This feels a lot better. It feels like a very level playing field. I liked the set. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about the knitting barn, but I think it hit a good mix of neutral enough to be a good filming and crafting space while also having some character and drama to it. I liked it. I thought it was a nice environment. I also really enjoyed Tom Daly. So Tom is the host of the show. I've seen some people online talking about him like he's a judge. He's not a judge, he's the host. So he's doing the job of Sarah Pascoe or Noel Fielding in other craft competition shows. It is a very different dynamic because obviously Tom is not a comedian, so he's not making light of the situation all of the time, but he is a knitter, and so he's able to offer a more informed commentary of what's going on. He knows and understands that steeking is terrifying. He can explain to you that this group's project is more ambitious, but the other group are more likely to finish. Having said all that, I do have some critiques.